Thanks for clicking on the video. Hit the subscribe button for more weekly content and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, for real this time. Leomon, do your thing. What's good, peeps? What's poppin'? How are you doing? And welcome to part 4 of our ongoing series, What If Jeri Joined Since the Beginning? We are now 4 parts into this particular series, and for that, I say thank you. The like goals hit the day it went up, so clearly, you guys like what's happening so far. Who knew that adding Jeri as an early addition to the core team would be this well accepted? Though it kinda makes sense that Jeri would be as big of an influence as she is, given her personality and background. And even though on the surface, she seems pretty two-dimensional, that's obviously not the case if these past 3 parts are anything to go by. If you are new here and haven't seen any of the previous parts, pause here and check them out. If this video receives 20 likes, that will let me know that you also want things to continue into part 5. Let's begin. In place of the once frozen playful Electmon, now stands a Digimon that exudes kingly pride, might, and majesty. Remember how Jeri reacted when she first saw Leomon in the original show? The exact same thing happens here. Even Rika was taken aback by this Digi glow up. Wow, he certainly isn't a peewee anymore. Leomon. Thank you, Jeri. It was your courage and heart that allowed me to Digivolve. Ice Devonmon was not happy about this particular turn of events. Don't underestimate me! He roared before swiping his large claw at the two, but Leomon was unfazed. He simply picked up his partner and easily jumped out of the way of the attack. Jeri, are you alright? Good. Now allow me to finish Ice Devonmon once and for all. And just like that, the lion leapt into battle. And unlike Cubimon, who wasn't at full strength, Leomon was able to hold his own, even pushing the Ice Digimon back. By the time Takato, Henry, and their partners had arrived on the scene, Ice Devonmon was just about done for. In an attempt at one last underhanded tactic, Ice Devonmon tried encasing Guillemon and Terriermon in ice, just as he had done to Electmon. But our new champion was not going to let that happen. You're finished! Fist of the Beast King! The powerful aura completely obliterated the Icy Devil, leaving the rookie Digimon safe and unfrozen. Now that Ice Devonmon has been dealt with, the digital field vanishes and Rika is saved. So this is Leomon. He's a lot cooler in person. You got that right, Jeri responded, all while giving her partner the biggest hug ever. Now you're probably wondering about Rika at this point in the story, since after this encounter with Ice Devonmon, she originally went through a short phase of hating Digimon. Due to Jeri's influence, Rika has already accepted Renamon as her true partner, and not simply as a creature programmed just for battle. The ordeal with Ice Devonmon simply prompted Rika to get stronger so the next time, something like this won't happen again. How will that change things? We'll just have to wait and see. As the days go by, certain events continue to play out as they normally would, with minor changes. During the incident with Musiamon, Henry understands the importance of a necessary battle. Kazu and Kenta meet Guillemon for the first time and react accordingly, but accept it almost immediately after finding out that Henry, Jeri, and Rika also have Digimon partners. This isn't going to affect much at all in the story, but it's just nice for them to know that Digimon are in fact real. They can't do much to help, but hey, the team now has their own cheerleaders. When Renamon is out for a walk and sees Entmon observing his former partners, she questions his behavior since he's made it clear that being tied down to humans is something no proud Digimon would ever do. Due to different circumstances now, Renamon is able to propose a counter-argument to Entmon, asserting that a human partner allows a Digimon to reach power they can never obtain on their own. She sees that her comment hit a nerve in the little imp, so she decided not to press him any longer and left. Entmon turned back to the arguing kids, shuddering at the possibility of ever going back. Entmon is certainly an interesting character to say the least in this scenario. For obvious reasons, he and Jeri have a complex relationship in the original telling of the story. Beelzemon is arguably one of the greatest villains in the Digimon franchise, simply due to his rollercoaster ride of character development. I'm interested to see how Jeri's early inclusion will affect the course of this character. Soon after, a Harpymon biomerges into the real world, and this time, Rika and Cubimon have no problem taking it out. All that brings us to the introduction of the Devas. But before that, there's a certain entity that hasn't been mentioned yet that should. Hypnos. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the Hypnos organization at all. I understand making adults the antagonists or anti-heroes, but to me, they always just got in the way. Which again, I think is the point, but I was always just annoyed by them. Yamaki in particular. However, they are a part of Tamers, so their involvement should be noted. To be honest, not much needs to be said since Jeri's involvement wouldn't change their motives at all. and everything Hypnos has done up to this point has remained unchanged, even the activation of Juggernaut. Their attempt to rid the real world of wild ones affects even the tamed Digimon. Tracing this strange sensation to the source, the Tamers find Yamaki and Juggernaut in action. Of course, the adult is smug in his presumed victory of this Digimon plague, but little does he know that he just brought forth an even deadlier enemy. Coming through the portal was a powerful ultimate level Digimon our heroes could not prepare for. Even their D-powers couldn't register what this thing was, but they readied themselves to fight regardless. The battle was orchestrated as it was before, with Cubimon and Gargamon leading the charge, only to be swiftly defeated by this flying tiger Digimon. Before leaving the battle for good, Terramon was able to relay some much needed information to the others, that it circles the enemy before it attacks. That leaves Growlmon and Leomon left. However, instead of attacking one at a time, Jeri suggested that the two work together to bring it down. The two champion Digimon waited for the right opportunity to strike, finding it when the tiger finished circling and charged in. Growlmon was able to intercept with a Dragon Slash, while Leomon followed up with the Fist of the Beast King, dealing a fair amount of damage. In retaliation, the enemy Digimon sank his teeth into Growlmon and knocked away Leomon with his tail when the latter tried to assist Growlmon. Back on the ground, both Takato and Jeri winced and cried out as it seemed they were experiencing the exact same pain as their partners. Takato! Jeri! Are you okay? What's happening to you guys? It looks like my D-power is getting something now. Mihiramon. Ultimate level. Deva? What's a Deva? Takato and Jeri could barely stand with each attack taking its toll on not only their Digimon, but their own bodies. And with one more attack from Mihiramon, Takato and Jeri both fell to the ground, unconscious. While momentarily passed out, the two Tamers experienced something similar in their subconscious. The connection they have with their Digimon partners allowed them to speak directly into their minds. While Growlmon asked Takato to stand up and fight with him one more time, and believes that the two of them have the power to win, Leomon simply poses a single question to his tamer. Jeri, from this point on, what do you want? Up until now, her goal was to simply get stronger to be the best tamer she can be. There's nothing really beyond that. There's no doubt that she and Leomon have indeed gotten a lot stronger. But if Mihiramon is anything to go by, strength alone won't win the battle. In that moment, a single image appeared in her mind. Her family. It was then that she gave her answer. I know now that I shouldn't be getting stronger just for the sake of getting strong. I want to use that strength to protect those I cherish the most in this world. Leomon! As if being pulled through a portal, both Takato and Jeri wake back up in the real world, ready to fight once again. The two of them, having realized what exactly they're fighting for, gain access to the power that made them Tamers in the first place. The blue card. Let's do this, Jeri! Right! Digimodify! Matrix Digivolution! Growlmon Digivolve 2! Leomon Digivolve 2! War Growlmon! Leomon! There you have it, everyone. Two ultimate Digimon for the price of one. I was a little hesitant on whether it would make sense for Leomon to Digivolve in this part, considering that he just became Leomon at the end of the previous part. But I think it will make sense to do so. After Cubimon and Gargamon were defeated by Mihiramon, they found out crucial information that they can use in an attempt to take it down. If Leomon were there, why would they let Growlmon fight alone, especially considering what just happened with two of their friends before? Both to take on the Tiger Deva together, leading up to the series of events that we have now. Another reason I was hesitant was because having two Ultimates at this time seems a bit excessive. And to be honest, it is. In the original, War Growlmon was more than enough to take down Mihiramon, but now, it's a complete wash for our heroes. But like before, Mihiramon curses Digimon that decide to coexist with humans, leaving the Tamers wondering just what the future holds and what exactly these Devas want. And that's where this part will end for today. I know it's shorter than previous parts, but with the addition of War Growlmon, Leomon, and the introduction of the Devas, I think it's best to leave things here as they are for now. But we do have a lot to think about. For one, Itmon. I mentioned that his relationship with Jeri was complex, and given his involvement, how do you think our favorite Digimon bad boy will develop as future parts roll out? Then, there's Hypnos. I personally don't think they would change at all, but you guys might have other thoughts. We also have Leomon. It's basically a meme that he's doomed to die in every appearance he has. Will that stay true in this story, or will he finally get through his season alive and well? And finally, there's the Devas. The first one, despite initial troubles, was taken out with relative ease. Now that our heroes have additional firepower, do you think the battle of the other Devas will go just as smoothly, or will other factors affect their outcomes? Let me know in the comments below and leave suggestions for more Digimon What Ifs you would like to see come to life in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.